Welcome to today's broadcast. My name is Colleen Patterson, and I am the Director of Employer Services and Compliance at Savoy. Today, I would like to focus on you, our partners and associates. As Congress continues to work on a stimulus package, let's take advantage of this moment of quiet. And it is just that, a brief moment in the chaos, and collectively take a deep breath. You are all doing an amazing job navigating uncharted waters, and we thank you for your partnership. We have certainly focused our communications and broadcast on regulatory changes at the state and federal levels, as well as carrier rule changes in an effort to provide guidance in an unprecedented time of change. There is a famous quote by Sun Tzu from the book, The Art of War, and that quote is, "In the midst of chaos, there is opportunity." The key to weathering the economic chaos is to find the opportunity within it. So let's talk opportunities. Being a trusted advisor is what has helped you win and obtain your clients. So what opportunities are available to you to help your clients who may be downsizing their workforce? And honestly, let's just keep it real. This is really a loss in revenue as well. Not to mention the personal toll we may put on ourselves to simply want to help our clients. If you are certified to sell individual policies on the FFM and appointed with carriers in your area, Savoy can provide you with a plan comparison and enrollment tool that you can use to help your customers by phone. We will send you a link to your own version of the tool and code so you can register. Then you can attach your NPN and be in business with commissionable sales. And we can do that quickly. Another area to consider is understanding how reimbursement arrangements could help employers reduce costs for a certain population of employees. Take the time to evaluate the rules of the individual coverage health reimbursement arrangements, or you also know them as ICHRAs, to see if they are a viable option to helping your clients get through a difficult time. So a few things to remember about ICHRAs. First is employers may either offer an ICHRA or a traditional group health plan, but may not offer the same employees a choice between the two. Also, the ICHRA must offer coverage on the same terms to each participant within a permitted class. Employers can create classes of employees around certain employment distinctions. The most common classes that may help during this specific time would be full-time employees and part-time employees. Another consideration or reminder about ICHRAs is employers may design the plan to reimburse individual medical insurance premiums, and of course, Section 213 medical expenses, or they could just limit it to premiums only. Eligible premiums include individual health insurance premiums on or off exchange. In addition to reducing premium costs, this could help an employer who's also trying to solve the problem of, well, what can I offer to my employees to come back to work for me and not my competitor? I'm hoping to reopen my doors. So how do I get them to come back and work for me? Finally, regarding ICHRAs, remember they do have an administrative component. There are TPAs who administer these plans that also include broker compensation. When you consider compensation on the individual market, along with compensation on the ICHRA administration, both help fill the revenue gaps. The last area that I wanted to touch on today is really outside of our traditional area of expertise. I am a think outside the box strategist. I constantly am looking for creative ways to help our partners and associates continue to increase their brand presence through intellectual capital. Savoy focuses on health and welfare products, services, and consulting, all of which we have been sharing with all of you. An area where you can continue to be a trusted advisor to your clients, for that matter, even prospects, is helping them understand other areas where, as business owners, they could get assistance to help during a very difficult time. Think about property and casualty policies, as they often include clauses regarding non-structural property damage. Since the virus can be present in buildings and airplanes, trains, and other enclosed spaces, and on services outdoors, Courts have found that the presence of harmful substances at or on a property can constitute property damage that triggers first-party property coverage. Also, there is the potential extent of contingent business interruption. So a large portion of the losses suffered by American businesses are likely to fall within one of these potential categories of a property policy. So for instance, the category of contingent business loss, which really is a loss that's caused by damage due to a supplier or a customer. In addition, closures for public gathering places and all non-essential business activity in major cities may trigger coverage for what's called order of civil or military authority. So what is that? That is for loss due to the prohibition of access to a business's premises if caused by property damage. And again, property damage, we just talked about the definition of that, within a specified distance of the insured property. And that distance could be something like 1 or 5 miles. Another area of the policy to take a look at is what's called leader property insurance, which covers the policyholder's lost earnings resulting from the closure of a property that attracts customers to the policyholder's business. So an example of that would be something like the suspension of Major League Sports, which we've all seen. That could trigger leader property coverage for nearby businesses, such as hotels or restaurants that are near those stadiums and arenas. It's really important, though, to suggest to your clients that they review their property casualty policies and understand what exclusions may apply. Depending on the individual business's facts and circumstances, there could be a provision that provides assistance, which could help keep the business afloat for a period of time. And it could help offsetting some of the expenses of keeping folks on the plan. So think about, again, those ICRAs or the individual market and setting up an ICRA to pay for those or offset the cost of the individual coverage. So really, when you're thinking about opportunity, align yourself with a P&C partner and explore if there are opportunities for referral compensation or a reciprocal lead relationship for the future. Please feel free to reach out also to your dedicated Savoy team if you'd like to strategize on that a little bit further. Please be sure to visit our website, savoyassociates.com, to stay up to date with all of the information we are receiving. And I wanted to make sure that I noted that we did post several updates today to the guides that are found in the COVID-19 resource section of our website. Specifically, there are updates on the carrier guide where we've added 4 additional columns that address things like what happens to furloughed employees, if there's any news about the premium, and so on. So definitely make sure you take a look at the site for what is new. So a few last thoughts for today. As we continue on this journey together, really use your industry and regulatory knowledge as your guide and focus on the glimmer of light that is at the end of the tunnel. Believe it or not, it's there. That light is opportunity through solidifying relationships. From all of us here at Savoy, stay healthy and safe. Thank you for joining us today.